Hey, thanks for checking out my channel. I'm John Stark from MacTheMovieGuy.com, and this is my spoiler version of Halloween Ends review. It's spooky season, and I've literally reviewed this film twice because I wanted to talk about some things, but I also wanted there to be a review of the film that had no spoilers. So if you want the spoiler-free version, then click on the spoiler-free version, because I'm about to talk about directly the really obvious film reasons why this didn't work for me. Also, if this is the first video you've clicked on and you're going to stay here, then I'm a blind film critic. So I watched this with audio description on Peacock. It has really great audio description. Unfortunately, Peacock kicks me out as soon as the credits start, so I never get to know who narrates any of their films. But I would definitely give a gold star to the narrators of this film. They did a great job of describing the gore in the film. There really aren't scares. I was never scared. None of the jump scares worked for me. Nothing. It tried to describe them well, but nothing. I didn't care. It wasn't really, yeah. So it's violent. It's not even as violent as the first film, though. So, in the first film, he took that dude's head off and then put it on the front porch as a jack-o'-lantern. Michael's been brutal before. Here, he's just, tired. That's the best way to put it. This is the worst way to end the Halloween franchise, I think. Supposedly, Jamie Lee Curtis said that fans will hate this. I've seen that quote floated around. I don't know if it's true, but if it is, she knows what she's talking about, because fans definitely don't like this. I have a friend who loves horror films, and he stood up for Halloween Kills like he was fighting people to the death that film was excellent. He hates this film. Why? Why do you say? Because Michael Myers is not the killer. So, now that I've gotten that out of the way, your killer is Corey. Corey is the killer. Strikes fear, I know. Among the greatest horror killers of all time. Freddy, Jason, Pinhead, Leatherface, and now Corey. Yeah, Corey's the killer. He has this really sort of unfortunate thing happen to him, which I kind of didn't feel bad. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but the fact that kid died, I was like, well, that sucks, but he was being really stupid and shitty, and he was trying to fake being attacked by Michael Myers, and Corey was babysitting him, and so he gets this kid, when Corey comes down, he gets mad at the kid and ends up knocking him down the stairs. I guess the kid flew down the stairs. I don't even know how that happened, but he lands down at the bottom and just dies. And his parents, literally, he dies at the exact moment his parents are walking through the front door too. The timing is so cheesy, but then everybody's like, oh, Corey's a killer. He's a psycho. He's killing little kids. I was really surprised he didn't go back and take care of that family, by the way. But for, ruining his life and causing everybody in the world to bully him. But yeah, this film introduces a whole bunch of characters that you intentionally want to hate. His bullies are obnoxious. Even the guy from the radio station, who could have just been a normal dude, just comes out and he's just a total asshole for no reason. He just is, so he can die and you don't care. I think maybe the only person who wasn't a total terrible person in this entire thing maybe was Deb that died. I think that was the only one that Michael was responsible for. So and even Corey is still kind of responsible for that. That's a weird sequence. I don't know, it was shot in a way where it felt like I was supposed to think that Corey could see what Michael was seeing, like they were connected. It's very weird. Yeah, so Corey gets beaten up and thrown over the side, and Michael rescues him and cares for him, and brings him back to life, and adopts him like a little this is actually what happens in the film, okay? Don't look at me like that. He fixes Corey. He cares for him until he wakes up, and then the weird thing is, and then he has this weird altercation with Corey where he grabs Corey by the neck, and then they like stare at each other really intensely, and then like Corey has like an understanding with Michael at that point. And I'm like, why did you keep him down there alive? Like nurse him back to health, just to grab him by the throat. Made no sense. And yeah, and just Corey goes around killing people the rest of the film, brutally. He's apparently got Michael strength now. He falls twice off of things, so he's got the world's strongest back, because his back should have been, he should be in some serious back pain, because he lands on his back from falling off of something twice in this film, and miraculously does the Michael Myers thing where he survives. So he survived being stabbed in the throat, and like there's a moment where he's like dead, and then he does the whole like, I'm coming back to life, and it's like, you're bleeding from the throat. What is happening? So that's why people hate the film. If you're not watching this, and some of your other friends have watched it, and they're like, they're all talking about it, and they're like, I hated this film. That's why. They're not trying to tell. They're not telling you because they're trying to be respectful, but it's because Michael actually isn't the killer. Corey kills more people in this film than Michael does. Michael doesn't. I'm trying to even remember how Deb was killed, because like I think Michael was holding Deb, and then Corey came in and finished Deb off. I'm not sure Michael kills anybody in this film. If it is, Deb is the only kill that he has. Michael doesn't. Yeah, he just kind of chills and like hangs out, and just like lurks, and then he's totally ineffective against Laurie. Laurie just, beats his ass at a certain point, and it's so sad. This film is so depressing to be the end of the Halloween franchise. It's like, man, when killers get old, I guess, and tired, and he doesn't have it in him anymore. And he's trying to make Corey the new him, but Corey's not very good at it. So that's the end, and I hope it truly is. At least I hope it's the last time David Gordon Green ever gets his hands on a Halloween film, because even though the first time he touched it, it was great, next two films, not great. I did like the developing relationship between Jamie Lee Curtis and Will Patton. It was like one of the only things I liked in this film. But everything else is garbage. Are the kills even that creative? I don't know. I think you can see all of them coming kind of like a mile away. You know everybody who's gonna die. Maybe the most convenient creative kill was the fact that Corey ended up not killing Ron. It was just that kid that stupidly aimed at the wrong thing and ended up shooting Corey's stepfather or whatever in the head. So that's it. That's Halloween Ends. It's over. It has great audio description though. So if you really want to see it, and you're part of the blind and visually impaired community, it really, I would. I give the audio description an A, but I'm going to give Halloween Ends a D-. That's it. Hopefully I did this quick enough, and thanks for watching. I'm trying to get to 100 this year, so if you could subscribe, that'd be great. If You want to go to my website, it's macthemovieguy.com. If you could follow me on Twitter, that's at macthemovieguy. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what else has audio description and where you can watch it. And you can go to theadna.org and it'll let you know who's narrating what. That's it for me today. Thank God. And I gotta go review something else. But I will see you on the other side.